Hey guys and gals, Malkuth 1974 back at you with another episode of our Kerbal Let's Play, playing the Kerbalism mod as our main mod here. And today, I would like to get our probe program working. We've been working a lot on the man stuff right now. We've had some road bumps with that, and I would like to actually start getting our probes in the air. And there's a few things we need to do. Number one, I'd like to send a probe to Duna. Number two, I'd like to send a probe to Eve. And number three, we have to set up a satellite network, not a very big one, but at least something to help communicate with our satellites that are going to these new constellations or these new planets that we have not actually visited yet. So today I would actually like to develop the probe. We can technically launch the probe, and next episode we can get the satellite. I'm going to kind of do it backwards. Usually you want to get the satellite, but since Kerbal Space Program doesn't really work that way anyway, you can launch things back to back without any real issues. So I think we'll do a little bit of building right now. We'll just kind of build like a little probe, like something small. And we did get a bunch of these little probe things. I do believe I have some probobane, and I think the hex one is the better one. Let me look. Let me double check. We want to have stability stiff, stability stiff. Okay, stability assist, prograde, retrograde. Yep, that one. I think this is the old one that only has stability. Yep, stability. So right now, this one, the hex version of this is our best bet for a probe. Doesn't need to be very big, but we do want to have a bunch of science instruments on it. So that would be nice. So fuel tank wise, what can we do here? Let's see. I always like to use these round 8 toroidal fuel tanks, and we'll see how this actually works here. The only problem with using these is, now this is only an orbital probes. That just sounded terrible. A probe that goes into orbit, but let's see what we got for. See, look at the delta V that little thing has. Keep them small, keep them simple. And of course we're going to lose a bunch of that once we start adding a bunch of our stuff here. So utility wise, we don't need any of this stuff. Nope. Let's see, command and control. I'm not sure if I'll need the advanced stabilizer. That one's kind of a, I thought there was a smaller one. Ah, there is. This one, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we can use that. And we are at 435. That's still good. We'll obviously need some panels on it. And I think I'm just going to go with the standard. We could use these bigger ones. These too big? Yeah, they're too big. One thing I do note that we might need to do here, let me pull that off. Let's see if we get any cool structural stuff here. Like that. There we go. We're still there. Yep. That way I can pull some stuff off of here. I didn't actually think that one was that big. How many we got here? We got 1, 2. I'm kind of just gonna go like this. There we go. That way we have some stuff to work with there. Did I actually get that right on? It looks like it. Yeah, it does. Does it? Yeah, it does. It just seems weird. Alright, so now we can get the solar panels that I want. Again, these might be too big. Yeah, those are like way, they're kind of cool though. But yeah, too big. And I grabbed the same ones. So we can just kind of, do I not have, I do have that on. Alright. Kind of grab those like that. The only problem with doing this way, I don't have forward and backwards, like front and back type of system here. I'm just trying to help us along here. And I think I'm going to throw a couple of these on here just in case I need them for an emergency. And I'll throw them on like right here. Just like that. So now I want to throw our science stuff on here. Where is that? The stuff that we're going to actually do while we're in orbit. You know what? Actually, let me pull these off right now. Let me grab these again. We'll put one science thing here. And we'll do a temperature. And we will do... I do actually want one of these. We can kind of throw that right on the front. I do want the RWS antenna, so we can kind of throw that in here. Did I grab the barometers yet? No. Kind of throw that there. What else can we grab? Mystery goo, no. The Gorsat, we can definitely do that. We can kind of throw that off to the edge here. I don't want it to clip though. You know what? Let me move these. We'll go like that. Can I bring these lower? Oh, I can. They're gonna clip a little bit. Not much I can do about that. That looks like really, you know what? I think this will look better. Ah, no! Like that. That way we'll kind of have two heavy things on equal sides. And I'll throw that there. Do we have anything else? I could put the ionization chamber on there. That will give us more science, but then we'll have this weird thing sticking. I guess, whatever. It's a weird satellite. So this is going to go... This is both Duna and Eve. The mystery goo stuff we can't really do because we can't transmit that back. It actually has to return. And I think that's it. That's all we have. So this wise, can I put these anywhere? I could put them in between. Oh, that almost felt like it fit. Oh, actually, do we have room like this? I think we do. No, I only wanted two. I would have to manually put the other one here. Let me grab it. Grab. Oh, there we go. And I don't want to make it too difficult to grab, though. There we go. Did I cover? I did. Did I cover over here? I did. Oh, so that's not going to work, actually. Inside here, maybe? That might work. I don't mind them kind of clipping there. So, let's see. We got 3,486 AV or Delta V there. Let me see if I have everything here. We got our thing. We got our fuel. We got power. We don't have batteries, though. That's a good point to myself. Batteries. What are we going to use for batteries? We do need a good set of batteries. Oh, you know what? Let's grab this thing. I think that's connected to there. And let's just kind of put... What are these? These are 200. There we go. See, now that doesn't look as odd, I would say. And I could actually probably put stuff up here now instead of in these other areas where it looks kind of odd. Go like that. Grab that. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, and we'll grab that. There. Yeah. I wonder if that can go up a little bit higher. Yeah, it can. There we go. There we go. And you know what? Then you know what that means? Then I can also kind of do that. I'm a little bit worried about this. Why aren't I using these? I don't know. It's just I'm trying to be different. That looks good. That way we'll have power, side, and forward. We should not actually run out of anything. It's $26,000 probe. It's not too bad, I guess. And we got plenty of Delta V to get us into orbit. So batteries, we got the extra batteries in case we got those to help us out. Yeah, so that's pleasing me. That's very, very pleasing me. So we'll do a coupler. We'll do the stack separator because I do like those. I hate it when they put the shrouds on there though, so I always take those off because we will be using a payload thingamajiggy. So I'm going to go big on this one. Actually, you know what? We could probably kind of cut it down a little bit. And there we go. That's cool. Looks like an ice cream cone, sort of. Alright, and fuel tanks. What will we use here? I guess we can use one of these. And then engines. This should work for the engine, the the Poodle engine, which gives us a 1.96. That, I'll bring that down just a tad. There we go. That should work a little bit better. That's already this thing will already get us quite on our way. So I'm going to grab one more coupler. We'll need the big one here. And then we will need, fuel tank wise, we'll go like this. And I think I'm going to add one more fuel tank. Actually, let's see what the engine. If we go with the skipper engine, will that skipper get us up? Actually, it won't. The TWR is just a little bit too low. I don't think I have any of the extra engines that can quite pull that. It's a cryogenic engine. Do I even have the cryogenic fuel tanks yet? No, I don't. You can put them in these, but the boil off, they don't have the boil off thing to protect you from the boil off. I can change these. Come on, stop that. I can change these fuel types to like liquid hydrogen, but the boil off, because they do have boil off, they don't have, these tanks won't protect you from that. So it's usually not a good idea to use those types of tanks until you actually get the right kind of fuel. So what I can do here is I can do it this way, and then but I would need boosters, or the problem is the mainsail will be way too much for it. And 9,480. That's quite a bit. What I could probably also do is we can just cut down the fuel engines here, and we can go something like that, which would give us 1.53, 9,000, which would be plenty to get us to where we need to get, I do believe. Wow, that looks odd. Trying to save weight doing it that way. Alright, I probably didn't really have to go this big, these the 2.5s, but once I get 2.5, I generally always go with those because it's just, you just get more. I think you get more for your buck doing it that way at any point. Alright, so we definitely don't need that much. I'll go 4. Yeah, we'll go 4. Let me get these. See, that I don't have that on. The snap point. There we go. And I'll bring it down just a tad more. There. It's a small rocket, but like I said, the Delta V with this thing on there is 9,050, so it should definitely work. And we will call this Deep Space Probe. There we go. And we'll save it. So the thing that we need to do is actually we need to go back, and we need the last episode we did the Kerbal alarm clock thing where we were testing when the next thing was going to come in. So we have Dune up here. It's 124 days. Let me double check, make sure I didn't leave anybody up in orbit, because it's been a while since I've actually played. I did. We have the Centaur up there. We do have to return those guys. Oh boy. Let's get these guys home. We'll wait for this thing to load. Look at them. They've been up there. Nice. I should shut that stuff off. I don't know why I even have it on. Alright, so close that. We will bring these guys home. I did disconnect them from that thingy-wingy. Let's just go retrograde. I don't really care where they come home. Let's just get them home. Let's see. Alright. We have fuel. We have fuel. So kind of bring it down. I do want to land in the water, so that would be helpful. There we go. We do have parachutes this time. So let's get these guys. I want to kind of drift in as much as possible on our own power. Take that off. I do want to decouple here. There we go. Come back down to retrograde. And I will actually keep that on retrograde by going like that. Should have plenty of power. Yep. Electric charge. Yep. And food, water doesn't really matter now because we are landing. So let's get these guys home. Maybe I was thinking the last time I crashed, maybe I didn't take the time compression off. If you leave time compression on, like I might have had it on 2x or something like that. But I don't know. I keep trying to figure it out, and some of you guys have tried to help me figure it out too. But I'll just chalk it up to a bug, or maybe I wasn't pushing the right buttons. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, guess what? My batteries in my headset are dead. My headsets are basically pretty much are dead anyway. I mean, not dead like in the batteries dead. Like they don't work anymore. Hardly work anymore. At least I should say. And it's getting kind of annoying. So there we go. We get these guys down. I'm not worried about burning up in the atmosphere or anything like that. I have that pretty much under control. We do have the heat shield on there, so it's not a big deal. We're bringing Debkin, Dedin, and Haven home. Looks like I will be landing over land, though, which is kind of a bummer. Parachute is red. They have not been actually shot yet. They're actually white now. I could technically do them, but I usually wait until I get to a better altitude. Maybe I should start using them earlier. There we go. We're at 264. So I want to hit space. Oh look, we have parachutes. Finally. Definitely make sure you don't have. I don't know if that bug still exists, but back in the beta days, if you kept time compression on when you parachute, your default parachutes open, vanilla parachutes open, they would break no matter what speed you hit them at. So there we go. This first. I love the fact that they fixed the parachutes. Back in 1.0, I believe they fixed these. Or was it 1.2? Maybe it was 1.2. Before, all the parachutes would just kind of melt together. But now they do this beautiful, beautiful thing where they separate like they would in the real world. So it's kind of cool. If you guys are wondering, the parachutes are actually clipped inside the thing. I hate the look of the parachutes. I hate how big and bulky they are. So, yeah, I like doing that. So, good. We got these guys home. Let's recover the vessel. Now we can actually time compress without worrying about killing off our Kerbals because they starve to death. Remember, we got Kerbalism, so they will die if that is a problem. Good. We got a nice open window to Duna in 124 days. See, these guys are back. I didn't really get any science from that. I did get some funds, some reputation. All that stuff was done. So let's do some time compression here. Let's kind of kill off these 120 something 8 days, and I'll be right back when we get down to the count. Alright guys, we're back, and we have, well, 15 seconds left, but I kind of cut it kind of early, but oh well. I usually, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of just eyeing this, so we're just gonna, I'll show you guys how to do this too. If you guys want to know how to get to Duna and all those things, I'll show you guys how to do this. You do have to get into orbit of Kerbin this time though. You could do a straight launch, but it's a lot more difficult, and if you mess up, you'll have bad things in here. Where is it? Deep space probe. There we go. Are we sure we have everything? Oh, I don't have everything. God, you guys, I almost forgot. Look what I almost forgot. Our communication. That could have been terrible. So I don't think. What is the high gain of these? 25 GM. I don't know. These ones are 50. I'm pretty sure the 25s would work. But first I gotta throw one of these on here. Let's kind of make it twist up like that. There's only one, right? Yep, so that's for local. I'm almost thinking I want to take this off and I want to place this on top. That's what I'm thinking. Would that still shut? Oh my, it still shuts. It's not clipping at all. Cool. That means I would have to do something with this. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to place it right here. But I don't like how far it's sticking out. I guess it doesn't really matter. Does it really matter, guys? I almost don't like it because it's sticking out too much. So let's see here. I'm not going to move it because I don't like it'll go in sideways and then I don't think it'll look right. That'll look fine. That'll look fine. That did bring us down to 8, 5, 3, 4, and 152, 157. I still believe we have plenty that will get us there. We'll be good. That'll get us both to, why can I think right now? Duna and Eve. So we should be all set there. So I'm going to save this. So we got our communications. We got our local communications. You know what? I'm going to throw on a Communitron just in case. I know I'm being overly cautious, but I don't want anything bad to happen. We don't need any thermal. We are not going to do a Duna. You know, we're not going to use Duna to help slow us down. We're just going to use our engines. We have plenty of fuel for that. Ground, payload. Yeah, I think I'm all set. I just got to double check because my brain doesn't work very well in this. Okay, so let's launch. Let's get this thing up into space. There we go. Just have this thing load. Man, I wish it would load quicker. And we're not even going to waste any time waiting because there's no point. We are not waiting for the window. The window has already come and go. I should have actually had these set up better though. And we do have that. We do have that. There we go. Yes, we can delete that on close. We're good. All right. So let's get this thing up in the air. Hopefully she takes it off. Yes, she did. Such a small little rocket. You guys probably say it looks like something else, but it looks like an ice cream cone to me. Damn it. Alright, so when am I going to... we'll do it at 70. Here we go. Gravity turn at 70. Again, everybody does their gravity turns different. I don't know if it's more efficient to do it right off the launch pad or to wait until you get to a certain speed. This is the way I've always done it. The problem with doing it my way that it's not always the same. Every rocket's different. So sometimes you start it at 70 ms, sometimes you start it at 50 ms, sometimes you start it at 100 ms, and the difference is how quickly your gravity turn is falling. So this little reticle, you don't want it to fall too fast because if it falls too fast, then you'll go way too fast in the lower atmosphere and you'll risk burning up and stuff like that. So like I said, there's always like a fine line that you kind of want to run over. You kind of like want to run over that envelope that it's there. Again, I never insist that I do things efficiently, but it does work. It does get me to where I need to get to, and I've been doing it so long that it doesn't really matter anymore anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. There's some more very efficient people out there that can probably do these launches a lot better, but eyeing it. You know, NASA doesn't eye it. They don't eye it. I must admit that. They just go for their glory. And we're at 29. I can actually start this right now. I'm at 70 up here. I don't really want that to go too fast, so I'm just going to kind of level that out a little bit. I don't want my apoapsis to go up too high. I don't want to go past 100. Oh, so we lost this stage. I'm just going to launch this one now. There we go. We're past that heating stage. I'm not too worried about that anymore. Trying to get my speed up. basically your speed and your periapsis are kind of intertwined, sort of, kind of. You're aiming for that 2200 to get into orbit. Is it 2400? I don't know. We'll find out in a second. So there, I'm at 100 right now. So now I'm gonna definitely have to stop. You don't want to. If you guys, the thing with doing a transfer to another planetary body, the closer you are to your home planet body, the less delta V you'll use. So if you come out too far, you're gonna use a lot more delta V trying to get. I know if it doesn't make any, the transfer burns there. I forgot the name. Let's see. Add a maneuver to apoapsis. There we go. That is part of that mod that I have. What does that say? 173? No, 84. So we can actually come up just a tad more. It does that twisty thing. 114. I must already did it. That's weird. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to put us into... Not that. We don't want to be in that mode. Why am I in that mode? I don't know. Ah, my... Get out of that. Rocket mode. Thank you. Alright, so it's only going to take us 29 seconds here. I can also blow these things off. These are going to make a mess. Yeah, they are. Let me see. There. All gone. I forgot to change those. I like putting those into the shell when they just kind of bust off and they don't do that 100-mile-an-hour thing that we just saw there. Alright, so 29 seconds. We'll start this burn at, let's go for 15 then. That's a nice halfway point. Actually, it'd be more like 14, but 15 is good enough for us. There we go. And you can also tell that this thing still has plenty of energy to get us to where we need to get. And that's how I like to set up my stage. My second stage is the one that does most of the work of getting you to where you need to do. You see it in my how I do pretty much my man missions, everything else. I like to use this stage for maneuvers at the actual planetary body that you're actually heading for. So yeah, that's how I roll with that. Let's get these about even. That's about as far as we're gonna get. So Duna is right here. We're gonna target it. And let's see. So Duna, we would have to actually do. It would be right about now. We'd have to do it, I think. But let me double check here. I'll try it right here. Come up. I could be wrong about this. I'm not wrong. Good. So let's see. Oh, look at that! We almost got a approach here. I gotta hurry up because I got a feeling that. There we go. What was our Duna periapsis 37? I don't know how far I could. Oh, I could mess with this later. All right, so 41. That's actually worse. Is that better? Duna. Yeah, that's good. So what are we at here? It's a 50-second burn, I do believe. And I'm gonna set this at. Let's do. I'll go over what I just did here in a second. Let me. Actually, we got a few minutes, don't we? Yeah, we're gonna run this episode will run a little bit long, but who cares? So, again, guys, just how I did it. I have Kerbal alarm clock. Kerbal alarm clock gives you your best windows for going to certain planets. So all you gotta do is go to add, and you can go to the transfer window, which is right here, and you select that, and then you can change where you want to go, and then you set up the alarm, and that will tell you the best time to do your actual transfer. Now, I, on the other hand, have done a quadrillion of these things, and so how do you get rid of it? What? I don't think I've ever not had an alarm. Okay, yeah, there we go. I've been playing this so many years. It's habit for me, so I know I can rush this. But every time you go, think of it the same way as going to the moon. How we go from the moon back to the planet. it's a little different, but I just know where it is, about where I have to be, and I kind of just guessed pretty luckily on that one. That we're at 50 seconds here. I got to pay attention to that. That was just our target. Let me get this selected here. So you can move this around. You can grab this and you can kind of rotate around to get the best thing. Actually, it went off a little bit. Did you guys notice that? That's terrible. Did I do something? Did I mess that up somehow? How did I do that? Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I already missed it a little bit. All right, here we go. So we're going to start my transfer burn, which is going to burn, which was almost 1100 ms to actually get there. And I'm going to kind of watch this from up here, before I know what's going on. And one of the things I do have to watch out for is that I don't think I'll run out of fuel, so I'm not worried about that. I just want to keep my eye on here. We're at 500. Coming slowly over. Again, we don't have... right now I can communicate with Kerbin because I'm right next to it. But the thing is, I don't have a deep space... Oh, let me just pay attention here to this. I'm going to go by what this AP says right there. That should have got us in there, but it didn't. Let me see if I can... Did I go over a little bit? Oh, yeah, I did. I went way over. All right, let me go... Let me see if I can adjust this. So I'm just going to go prograde, or retrograde at this point. And I'm going to try to fix my error here by getting us closer. There we go. See how I hit it? And we are at... What's our periapse? I can't see it. Where is it? It's at 36, 28, 26. I don't think I'm going to get much better than that. Nope, so 24. So, I don't know. Maybe that was just too much for you guys. I mean, some of you guys probably knew what I did because you do this all the time. But I just kind of corrected like an overshoot. I overshot it a little bit, so I went this way. So I just went to my... I just went the opposite way to bring it back, and it worked, and it got us into a pretty decent orbit. I can make an adjustment to this once we get to the DN over here, but unfortunately for us, it's the end of the episode, and we actually can't communicate with this satellite once it leaves Kerbin orbit because we don't have a communications network that can actually get this going. So what we have to do next episode is we have to set up some communication satellites to actually set this up. I kind of opened this up where we have another antenna. This one should definitely get us into orbit fine, but we need to set up some more satellites in our own orbit with some more of these to help us communicate back and forth to the satellite. Because if this leaves orbit right now, we can't move it anymore. So that will be a problem. And I can actually demonstrate this to you guys if you want before we leave. We can leave orbit with this right now. Actually, it'll probably happen before I leave. Let's see. Kind of moving away. We'll get a warning from Kerbalism that we've lost communications too. But it's not... I do have that one little satellite in orbit. If you guys remember, we launched it last episode. I left it in orbit. That can communicate. Plus, we are technically communicating with the ground stations. And maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe we don't need them. I'm pretty sure we need to have the satellites. I'm still communicating with the ground stations. That's weird. I didn't think we could keep... At some point, we're going to lose it, right? Maybe not. I thought I made this more difficult for you. I think it's because Kerbal, yeah. Huh. I never knew. Maybe you don't actually need them. Huh. I guess we'll have to do a test next episode to find out. But until then, guys, this is MalkaNauts1974. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, put your little comments down there, tell me what you think of the series so far, and we'll see you guys next episode. This is MalkaNauts1974. You guys have a great night, a great day, or a great weekend, or a great whatever it is today that you are watching this episode. MalkaNauts, out of here.